So happy you asked. Let's talk about things that you wouldn't know if you're not an interior designer. I always go back and forth between these videos are too niche, no one cares, and actually this is really good stuff to know. To start, I want to talk about tile thickness and trims. The thickness of the tile is so important to consider whether you're doing wall or floor tile. It literally informs everything from the floor transition that you're doing to the wall trim. Like if the bathroom tile is super thick and you're trying to make it transition into a thinner tile outside of the bathroom, it would cause complications in terms of the heights of the floor. Obviously ways to solve this, but ideally you would just want them to be the same height. Zalige is one of the thickest tiles I've ever worked with. It's actually insane. I'm surprised that more people aren't aware of this because of how popular Zalige is. And Zalige is typically used more on walls than floors because it's so fragile, but this still applies because it plays into how you're going to finish off the edge if it's not dying into a wall. For example, if you tiled your whole shower in this and then wanted to just stop it at the edge of the shower and then have the wall continue from there, this is what you would be looking at on the side. So I just dealt with this in one of my recent projects and I didn't want to put a trim piece on it because I wanted the Zalige to be the star of the show. So I actually had them just finish it off with the grout itself. They made a smooth line as best as they could and I think it turned out great. But if you wanted to trim, there are so many options out there. I think this one with wood is super cool. Or even something like this, it looks like they finished off the top portion with a piece of marble. Honestly, this is not just for Zalige. Every tile that you're not going to finish into a wall would have this like rough edge, but Zalige is just like the thickest and hardest to remedy, if that makes sense. For subway tiles going up the wall, this top piece is called a chair rail. It just is like a prefabbed piece that helps you finish it off perfectly and you don't have to worry about it. I have yet to see a Zalige prefab trim piece, but hopefully that's in the work. I'm going to make a part two so this one isn't too long, but I wanted to talk about unlacquered finishes. This is something you should absolutely know if you're planning on buying plumbing fixtures anytime soon. And this is a lot more common with brass than any other finish. But if you buy an unlacquered plumbing fixture, this is what it will look like over time. It comes out of the box looking brand new, almost as if it was like a polished brass. After water and just use, this is what it turns into. Call these living finishes. Like it's always very well advertised that this is what they will become, but you just have to be very aware of that in the purchasing process. Those are the first two that came to mind. Let me know if you have specific ones that you want. I have so many in my brain that I don't know which ones are most valuable to you guys. Let me know if there's any specifics that I can shed some light on.